Welcome everybody, I am Dr. Kirsch and I am delighted to bring to all of you a formal and efficient workout plan for each of the 6 major muscle groups. In my experience, I have witnessed on so many occasions, people do the same common exercises when partaking in any resistance training program. The typical exercises such as the flat bench press, the regular grip lat pull down, the overhead press, or a tricep straight bar push down. Now all of these are very good exercises, but a problem that exists with many people inexperienced with resistance training is not understanding how to develop the entire muscle, repeating the same exercises over and over and not seeing results. Each of the major muscle groups have multiple muscles, and consistently performing the basic traditional exercises may help, but not adjusting to incorporate different exercises, utilizing different grips, as well as altering workout routines, one may lose out on tone, size, strength, and power. Our final video in our series of exercise workout videos, my favorite, we will combine to work the entire arm to include bicep, which is a pull movement, the tricep, which is a push movement, and the brachioradialis, are better known as the forearms. With the forearms though, most of that work should be done in the grip when performing a bicep and tricep exercise. However, we will include one exercise in this workout to target the full forearm. The biceps are broken up into 2 heads, the short and long head. The tricep is comprised of 3 heads. It's 2/3 of the upper arms. The heads are the long, the back of your upper arm, the short and medial, which produce the horseshoe shape of the tricep. One important note regarding bicep, tricep, and brachioradialis training is how grip affects the muscle. It helps develop the entire bicep, tricep, and forearm. There are 3 main grips. Pronation, where palms are usually facing down, the thumbs are facing each other. Supination, palms may be facing the body with the thumbs facing away from one another. And then the hammer grip usually has the palms face each other with the thumbs facing outwards. Pronation again, the thumbs are facing each other. Supination, the thumbs are facing away from one another. And then the hammer, the thumbs are facing outwards. Utilizing these different grips in any exercises that you do for arm training will allow you to develop the entire muscle group. We are going to do a double set, some may call a superset, the bicep and tricep workout, which is possible because they're antagonist muscles, meaning the movement patterns are opposite. You will perform the bicep exercise, once complete all the repetitions, then go right into the tricep exercise, which then will complete the sets. As we begin our double set, the first exercise for bicep is a staple of bicep training, the standing barbell curl. The hands should be in a supination grip about shoulder width apart. You have a slight bend in the knee that protects from swaying as well as protects the low back. As we perform this exercise, the contraction or the concentric positive pull movement towards the body in about a 1-second motion. Try to keep the hands flat as if holding a tray. Do not roll the wrists. Downward to eccentric, the stretch of the bicep, again being in a controlled manner, 3 seconds, all the way down for a full range of motion. After we completed all the repetitions for this exercise, we now will go to our tricep exercise, the cable cross wide bar push down. Our first tricep exercise to complete our first set of our double set is the cable cross wide bar push down. The apparatus has been added to the cable cross already, so as we get in position, hands should be in a pronation grip just outside the shoulders, right as the bar begins to bend. That will put our arms in a wide position. Elbows a bit ahead of the body should allow for full parallel movement. We have a slight bend in the knee, back is straight. We get ready to perform the exercise. The concentric positive push down will go towards our lower body. Arms are fully extended. Keep those elbows inside. Arms are straight in a parallel motion. As we bring the bar up in the eccentric, bring the bar up just about 90 degrees because that will keep tension on the tricep, which will provide max results for this exercise. Moving to our next double set, for our second bicep exercise, we will perform the seated isolation dumbbell curl. It's always good to include a unilateral movement for both arms so one doesn't become too dominant. We're started in the seated position. We will pick our dumbbells up and be in the hammer position, but in the final concentric stage, we will supinate the dumbbell to target the outside of the bicep head. We will rotate both right and left arms. We start bringing the dumbbell up towards, and at the top of the technique, we will supinate the dumbbell to target the outside of that bicep head, and then lower our normal 2 to 3 second eccentric to stretch that bicep, and then we will move to the other arm and perform the same technique. Once completed, we will move on to the next tricep exercise, which is the lying down dumbbell skull crusher, or known as French curls. For our second tricep exercise, we will perform the lying down dumbbell skull crushers, or better known as French curls. We elected to do this in a unilateral method, again, to make sure not one arm is dominant over the other. We are seated, but we will get ready to lie down, bringing the dumbbells up. When we're flat, again, you can keep your feet flat on the floor, bring them up onto the bench, depending on the weight that you will use. We will start with our arms in a straight position. We now will lower the forearms into an eccentric movement, bringing the dumbbell behind the head and keep the elbows inwards. At this point, we'll then transfer load and explode upwards for the tricep contraction, targeting the long head of the tricep. It's important to keep your elbows locked inside, as well as make sure we bring those dumbbells behind our head to keep the arm on an angle. Perform this in a 2 to 2 second motion, both eccentric and concentric motions. This will conclude our second set for the double set workout. As we come to our final stage of our double set workout, the third bicep exercise we will perform is the cable cross rope hammer curl. This will target the outside head of the bicep. We will start in the hammer position, gripping the end of the rope. As we get in position, we will have a straight body, arms should be straight, a little bend in the knee, feet are firm on the ground. To perform this exercise, we will now curl the rope towards our forehead, and at the top of this technique, we will throw our thumbs a little to the outside to really emphasize the outside head of the bicep. Again, coming down in eccentric to straight arms, stretch that muscle 2 or 3 seconds, and then the positive contraction 1 or 2 seconds. Again, at the top, throwing the thumbs outwards to really emphasize the outside of the bicep head. Once we completed all of our repetitions, we now will move into our final tricep exercise, the cable cross rope split pushdown. In the final phase of our double set workout, our third tricep exercise, we will perform the cable cross rope split pushdown. This is a great exercise as it will target all 3 heads of the tricep. As we get into position, we will grip the rope with our thumbs facing upwards. As we get in position, one foot should maybe be in front of the other with a slight lean over, or elbows out away from our body, which will allow us full extension. As we perform the exercise, we will pull the rope towards us, and at the bottom part of the technique, split the rope apart like you are tearing a piece of paper apart. Be sure not to flip the wrist outside or outwards. Coming up on the eccentric, a little slow, about 90 degrees to keep tension under the tricep or onto the tricep. And again, coming down, making sure our arms are straight, parallel, full extension, a little bit in front of our body, and flip like we're tearing a piece of paper. Complete all the repetitions to complete this exercise. To complete our final double set workout, we are going to perform an isolation forearm exercise. As noted earlier, utilizing different grips with bicep and tricep exercises will always target the forearms. However, it is a good idea every once in a while to have a specific forearm exercise. Today we will perform the barbell forearm roll, curl, and reverse press. You're in a seated position using an Olympic-sized bar. You will start with the bar behind your feet. As we pick up the bar, we will about shoulder width apart underneath us. To begin the technique, we will roll the bar towards the back of our forearms and contract the back of this area. As we transfer loads, we will allow the bar to come down towards our fingers, bring our thumbs involved, and then press outwards to target the front of the forearm. We will continue this pattern for about 12 to 15 repetitions, about 2 to 3 sets to end the workouts. This concludes our full arm bicep, tricep, brachioradialis forearm workouts. Thank you for reviewing our workout videos. Understand that there are other exercises that you can use in your workouts. However, it's about developing the entire muscle group. Your goal, whether it's endurance or hypertrophy, now will be the base for setting your repetition, how many sets, and how many exercises you will perform in each of your workouts. Thank you again.